Losing is what got us here. None of us feel good about it. This is, where we are. You are what your record is. You are what has happened, recently. But things can change quickly. Once we lose.
Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. So, it's a little bit rough today, but I'm gonna try to do what I can do, ladies and gentlemen. Tony, what's popping with you, bro?
What's good, Sim? Welcome back. We couldn't skip this one. We late, but
We
we
had,
couldn't skip this one. It's
we had to do
pivotal.
it no matter what. I just gotta make it happen with my voice. That's all. I'll find a way. Hopefully people can hear me, but I'll find a way to make it happen.
Sir. So yeah, this the probably the biggest losers lounge yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The biggest win we got. So I'm excited about this one.
yeah, no doubt. Let's go ahead and get it started. Greg, yeah, my voice is done. I'm calling from yelling about you all night long. You know what I'm saying? Every time I turn around, you dissing the Knicks. So my voice is done. Hopefully tomorrow to be back. I got a coach on Friday. I don't know how I'm a coach. My voice is like this. You know what I'm saying? Kevin, as soon as I get off of here, I already told Tony I'm getting that honey and lemon and tea. That honey lemon tea. I just bought some honey, put it in there. I'm gonna be ready to go. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be straight. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get this one started, ladies and gentlemen.
Who we got? Jeremy 1213 bone. He says trade Towns for Randall. And then, I had to respond. I'm like, there's some Knicks fans that still want that. Shaking my head, but we good, baby.
We good. Randall is killing. Like Randall is playing superstar basketball right now. As much as Greg dislikes it, I know he's probably mad, but Randall is playing superstar basketball. No doubt about it. You know what I mean? He's playing under control. He's I think he's got a bigger repertoire of shots now. You know what I'm saying? At least it feels like it to me. He's patient. He's passing quicker out of double teams. I like the way Randall. I just love the way Randall's playing.
You spoke about it. I think last show. The floater, right?
Yeah,
And I didn't get to mention it, but 2 games ago he had did this floater that was like crazy, like it's super high in the air. It didn't even go in, but the fact that he took it, and then the next game over, I think he had like 2 or 3 floaters, so well at least 2 floaters. So yeah, he's expanding his game, expanding his bag.
his footwork is getting better. His craftiness is getting better. I don't know if how much it has to do with Brunson being there, but I'm assuming part of it is Brunson being there. And seeing some of the things that he works on and then adapted it himself.
Absolutely. And I mean Randall, they would want to trade for Randall now. You know what I mean? Considering the game he had, closed it out for us. Took over down the stretch, which we hadn't seen from Randall in quite some time. You know what I
Right.
mean? So to get that opportunity to close the game out, you know what I mean? We gonna need that in the future. So you know what I mean? Get them reps in now.
Right. 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 A deal.
A deal. He says, "Why does Randall become prime Curry every time he plays the Wolves?" LOL. Oh, I don't know what he shot from 3, so I don't know if he was
Oh, he
he
was
ain't have a Curry game that night,
nah, nah. I think it was 2 for 6 from 3. Yeah.
but he
I
was
mean,
killing.
Space Ghost. So that sounds terrible. I mean, I feel okay. It's just, lost my voice, yelling. Plus, I've been a little stuffy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's like that sometime. It'll be back. It'll be back in a couple days. It'll be back. Probably tomorrow. It'll be back.
Yeah, get a good
I'm healthy and good, though. I'm healthy and good.
get a good 8 hours. You know what I mean? Drink that tea like you said. Drink one in the morning. You should be all right.
Yeah, I should be good. I should be good. My players were laughing at me. Because, we had a meeting where we talked about, so we've played a couple of games now. It's a brand new team. So we had a meeting where we talked about everybody's strengths, plus where they need to improve. We talked about what their roles are on the team, and all of that stuff, So obviously, throughout the whole meeting, you know, you know, I'm talking like this, voice cracking, all of that. But what happens? They was dying. They was dying.
Good thing you wasn't coaching. They be like, yo, I didn't hear that play, Sim. I didn't hear that.
Exactly.
I had to improvise.
Right. I don't know what I'm gonna do if my voice is still like this on Friday. We play next on Friday. I don't know. My assistant coach is gonna have to do all the yelling.
Yeah, next man up.
You know what I mean?
John, he says, who the F is guarding Randle? I responded, only Randle can stop Randle.
Right now, that's the truth. Only Randle can stop Randle. Right now, that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can stop Randle right now. He's just playing basketball out of his mind.
And we've said this before, you know what I mean? Like he's had runs before where we like, yo, when he's playing like this, I don't know who could stop him. You know what I mean? Especially when the double teams aren't coming all the time. You know what I mean? They I mean, certain teams still double him all the time, but it's not every team now, and it's not all game long. So yeah, they gonna have to pick their poison between him and Brunson.
And I kind of feel like this looks different though. You know what I'm saying? Just the patience. The crafting isn't getting shots up. The mid-range jump shot. It looks a little bit different. My man Greg said IQ and RJ trash Jay. That was corny, Greg. Trade is hitting Sim hard. I'm crying all night. Crying.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm warming up to it. I still stand by my stance that the next move has to come. You know what I mean? It still has to be something else.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling better about it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. My man Kareem said, AKA Doc Rivers, the voice. Who do you think we are trading for next if we make another move? I was talking to my son today, and it just kind of dawned on me when we was having a conversation. Dante DiVincenzo, it's almost like he's holding a spot for Donovan Mitchell. Same size player, right? Obviously, Donovan Mitchell is a better offensive player than Dante DiVincenzo. But when I just look at the size, you look at the squad now, you look at the size, it's almost like they say, he's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Dante DiVincenzo, we can take out Dante, put him on the bench, and plug in Donovan. So I think they're either, I think they still might set on Donovan Mitchell to fit right into that spot. You know what I mean? I think as I'm just thinking about it more, and just hearing Tom Thibodeau when he talked about OG fitting the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like DeMar DeRozan, while I think it's a nice fit there, 6'6", 6'7", you get length from that position too. they may not feel like it fits the timeline because of he's older,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like now, OG's 26, Brunson's 26, Randall's 29. You know, a little closer in the timeline. So I don't know, but it just kind of dawned on me like, dang, you know, even though they don't play the same, Donovan Mitchell and Dante DiVincenzo, they, you know, they can do some similar things, and obviously they got a similar size.
What do you take of the reports that the Knicks won't be pursuing Donovan Mitchell if he becomes available? And do you think the interest in Murray was to have him on board to maybe flip him down the line for Mitchell
Uh,
or anyone else?
yeah, I mean, I think that could be part of the interest in Murray. Murray can't be traded right now until this Friday, right?
Mm-hmm. 6th, I think.
Yeah, something like that. I think it could be part of the part of it. Um, I don't know. I still think that they have interest in Donovan Mitchell. I do. I think they still have interest in him. You know what I mean? And I think they can envision him taking the place of Dante DiVincenzo and then DiVincenzo being on the bench. So I think they still might have some interest there. You know, and by getting out there that they don't have interest, it could be all negotiating. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, you know, with the way Julius Randle was playing, um, can't nobody stop him. I hope everybody went and told Gmo what I said last night. Stop Randle. You know, yeah, they can't stop him.
So Jay, he says, high likelihood the Wolves players were out partying last night for New Year's Eve in the Big Apple, and now they're tired and flat. I mean,
Maybe
if
they were.
that's the case, shame on them.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. I don't think that's the case though. I think the Knicks were just better last night. You know, I think they were just better. Yeah. Ricky. I mean, I know. You know what I'm saying? I'm sounding rough, but you know,
I
I'm better.
I ain't gonna lie. When they said Doc Rivers, that's spot on. you sound just like Doc.
Yeah. Yeah, no
I
doubt.
was like, and I was trying to figure it out beforehand. Like, who do you sound like? But yeah, it's
Right.
Doc.
Right. Right. You know,
Who's that? Pabs. He says all of our losses besides the first game have been complete blowouts. And that when I read that comment, it's actually interesting because I mean on their side, like, because what does that mean? You know what I
right.
mean? Like, what could that mean? If anything, is there significance to that? If the games they lose, it's a blowout. You know what I mean? What does that say about their team? Because I feel like the first year we made the playoffs, under Tibbs, I felt like that kind of was us.
Mhm.
The teams we were the games, or at least a lot of the games we lost, we got smacked in. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, and then if it wasn't that, it was us fighting tooth and nail and pulling one out or keeping it close. But the bad losses were real bad. Um, but does that mean that they're not ready yet? You know what I mean? Like then I understand they're the top team in the West, but how real are they? You know what I mean? How much of a true threat are they to take it all?
Right.
Does that mean anything? That's the way that's what
Right.
I would question.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it means that they have a hard time, like maybe they get down on themselves. The game starts getting heavy out of hand or whatever it is, and maybe they get a little bit down on themselves. And so then the game just unravels, right? And it's gone, and they can't get it back. And they're unable to kind of muddle through and fight through, teams coming at them because we're best team, one of the best teams in the league right now. Teams are going to come at them tough. So maybe it's a signal of that. That they get down on themselves, and so they struggle to get back in the games and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean I could see that. Anthony Edwards, I remember one play. He got a chase down block. It should have been a fast break, layup. It might have been DiVincenzo. And he came and got a chase down block, but we ended up getting an offensive rebound because either Randle, I think it was Randle, he trailed the play, and even though he got the block, Randle got the rebound, got a putback, and Edwards was tight because nobody else came down to you know what I mean to continue to play.
Right.
And I mean it struck a chord with me, or it piqued my interest because what I mean I'm watching him as well. I'm
So
watching him as well. It's already talks that he will not be in Minnesota for the duration of his career.
so you think they got some internal strife going on?
No, I don't. I was just saying in that moment it was you know what I mean, it was a thing. But any little thing, you know what I mean, I'm cheering it on. I'm keeping an eye out for it because because yeah, he's a guy that I think would be a perfect fit in New York.
Yeah, I mean, I think,
Highly unlikely. I'm just saying pipe dream
yeah. I think Minnesota would trade away everybody
and
to
keep
keep
him.
Anthony Edwards. You know what I mean? If it were me, I would. If it were me, I would.
Martha says refs hate Minnesota for no reason. I mean, I don't see how they hate y'all. Um, y'all the best team in the West, second best team in the league. I'm sure this has not been the temperature throughout this season. Where
Right.
saying the refs hate y'all, and so I don't know. It was a couple of questionable calls, and I know the main one. Cat might have got fouled on a 3-point attempt. I will admit that was a crucial moment in time in the game. But I think they missed a lot of calls on us as well.
Right.
You know what I mean? Brunson was getting knocked down all over the place.
Yeah. She ain't seen what the Knicks been going through lately. Right. What Brunson been going through lately. Randle, all of those. Yeah. I mean, the Knicks get it all the time. You know what I mean? And I don't know if it's I don't know. I don't know. I and I don't know, like with the Knicks, I don't know if it's because Randle has a reputation or other guys have a reputation, but they just seem to get no calls, bad calls, whatever, all the time. Maybe it's just because 'cause I'm a fan. I don't know. You know, but it feels like that. So I guess other fans feel the same way.
Ryan, he says the old Wolves have returned. Awful situational basketball in late moments. On Finch to fix it. And maybe I mean that wouldn't attribute to blowout losses, but if I'm gonna look into that to see what their point differential is, and what does it look like when they lose compared to when they win.
Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna go to basketball.
But I don't know how much is that on the coach, or is it on the player and the execution? I mean, that's something we've discussed and argued, you know what I mean, debated about with the Knicks. You know what I mean? It's to me they go hand in hand. It,
Right.
or if anything, it's more emphasis on the players because, like you've said, if the players aren't executing what the coach is directing, then how is that on the coach? You know what I mean? The players got to execute it.
Right.
Now, a coach could maybe call a play and it is executed and it just isn't effective. Maybe that then becomes on the coach. But
You know, here's one thing I tell my players all the time: most plays can be successful if you execute. It normally comes down to execution, right? Um, I think it's not the play itself; it's about how are you using the players in that play, or does this play fit your personnel, right? So I think I think it's about that. You know, if you're like, if you have a team that can really get up and down the floor, but all of your plays are half court sets, you're not utilizing your team. You know what I'm saying? And they might even struggle with a half court set. You know, on the other hand, if you have a team that's slow and plotting, and you're trying to make them run in transition all day, you're not utilizing the strength of your team. So I think it has a lot to do with just the plays themselves. Most plays can work if they're executed correctly, but do you have players with the skill set to do those plays?
mhm.
You know,
I'll tell you one thing Finch did that a lot of their fans were calling for. There's a guy on the bench that played um tremendous for them, and they were calling for him to play before the game started. You know what I mean? I was in there early, and they're like, "Oh, I hope he gets some in there. I hope Finch plays this guy." Um, I I think one of the comments is in there. If it comes up, I'll verify it. But it's like J Mac. They call him J Mac or A Mac, something Mac. But he played great. He played great. Off the bench, but I guess he doesn't usually play. He doesn't usually get minutes, and they were asking for it. But he played last night, and he played great for them. I mean, he was a catalyst. And I say all that to say, I mean, they made a hell of a comeback down the stretch. You know what I mean? Brought it to within four. It got a little shaky for us. You know what I mean?
he
So
did.
that, I mean, they didn't pull it away. Thank you, but I think that execution was there in that fourth quarter for sure. They outscored us by at least 10.
Yeah,
It
and
might have been 20.
looking at Minnesota, they lost their first game 97-94 to the Raptors. Then they lost 127 to 113, 14-point game. 133 to 115, 18-point game. 124 to 111, 13-point game. 121 to 107, 14-point game. 127 to 113, 14-point game. 129 to 106, 13-point game.
So you
Oh,
got a point.
23-point game. And then they lost to the Knicks 112 to 106.
So yeah,
Yeah,
and he might have put that comment before the final score, right?
right,
You know what I mean? So because it was looking a little grim for them. So I
yeah.
mean,
Yeah, again, don't know what that means, but it's there and something to analyze when you talk about the Wolves. Still, don't know what that means. I mean, and yeah, here's the guy, J Mac, that they
Yeah,
were talking
yep,
about.
yep, J Mac. So I think at this point, this might have been like before the fourth quarter. He played 5 minutes, 3 for 4, 7 points, 2 assists. And you can see I'm like he's got to be a +10 at that point in the game because yeah, he was a catalyst for them. I mean, even before the comeback, like I said, this was third quarter. Um, he was keeping them in the game and playing hard.
Yeah, a couple guys in the chat. Danny Thomas says, "Sim, what's up with the boys?" Greg already knew. He just saying stuff. Russell McCall said, just got here, Sim, you sound bad. Yeah, I lost my voice. You know what I mean? So I'm doing it Benny Siegel style right now. You know what I mean? Lost my voice. Hopefully it'll be back. It'll be back. You know what I mean? It'll be back.
Oh man,
It'll be back.
that was bad for Beanie, man. I was like, I can't even listen to this dude rap no more, yo.
I was watching him on Drink Champs, and he said just one day that joint came back like it was
Mm,
like it was like stress induced.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? And when he solved a couple of things or whatever, his voice came back.
that's what's up.
Yeah, yeah, that's what's up.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
Who's that? Roderick?
Roderick, yeah.
He says, I love this loss. I hope this stings bad, laughing my ass off. And I said, welcome to the Losers Lounge. And he's the second Wolves fan to say that. Like I said, I was in the chat before the game and somebody was saying the same exact thing. I hope we lose and I hope it's a wake-up call for this team we've been playing. He said they've been playing bad for a couple of weeks.
Mhm.
And I guess they were still pulling games out, but they weren't playing well.
Right,
Um,
right.
so I think that was his sentiment. I think his sentiment was the same as the other guy, where he's saying they need a wake up call, and they hope they lose. But I would never root for my team to lose. I was just say, hey, wake up, man.
Right. You know what I'm saying? In a way. In a
Now
way.
after a loss, I might say, hopefully this is a wake up call.
Oh,
You,
right,
you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna hope for the loss to
right.
wake them up.
Exactly. Exactly.
So Eric, he goes, what the hell? Uh, Minnesota sports, the Vikings and the Wolves got together and decided to start the New Year's sucking it. Oh, I didn't follow football that much. Who the Vikings played, do you know?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. Let me see.
But I do know the feeling of
Mm.
of a bad New York sports week, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether it be
Trust me.
like Yankees and Giants or Giants and Knicks losing the same Sunday.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah. I
I know
mean,
the feeling.
got
I
smacked.
know the feeling.
Minnesota got smacked by Green Bay 33-10.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, they hurting. They hurting.
Just like switching back and forth. I don't even want to watch either one of these.
You know what I'm saying? Right, exactly. Like, man, forget this. I'm doing something else. I'm going out to play in the snow or something out there, man. We supposed to get a snowstorm this weekend.
Oh, word?
They said the Northeast supposed to get
Oh,
like
oh,
like
man.
worst snowstorm we've had in the region in years. That's what they say.
Oh man. No
Right.
offense. I
You
hope
know,
it don't hit. I hope it don't hit me. But if you getting it, I'm probably definitely getting
it's definitely coming here. It's definitely coming here. I was looking at the map.
it. Um, my bad. I'm looking at the comments. Tiff said Sim is Megatron. Oh man,
Yeah,
he's thugging it out, man. You know
thugging
what I
it
mean?
out. Thugging
Yeah,
it out.
yeah, yeah. I was
Yeah,
asking. Yeah, I was asking for the losers line last night. You
we
know, what I
trying.
mean, we just trying to make it happen.
We thugging it out. We're making it happen. We're making it happen. Yeah, yeah. We'll see. Hopefully, this snowstorm don't get too crazy. I don't know. You know, hopefully. Here we go.
Elijah, Knicks defense with OG now is low key scary. LOL. And I said Tibbs got what he wanted, and it shows.
It shows. What do you think? You think this defense can really be that scary?
I mean, I do, I do. I mean, we've been giving Grimes his praise. You know what I mean? All this time,
Uh,
and he's had the OG assignment for what I mean the majority of this year and last year. So the fact that he don't have to do that. Again, Josh Hart was another guy that if it wasn't Grimes, it was Josh Hart taking on those responsibilities. So it's not like we don't have multiple defenders that could, what I mean, that could help us. The
right.
the difference is OG is elite. You know what I mean? Like all NBA defense. You know what I mean? So the fact that we got a guy who's solidified in that role and we still got Hart that could do it. We still got
Right.
Grimes that could do it.
Right.
Obviously, we lost quickly that could, you know what I mean? But we ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now we still got capable guys. Deuce, you know what I mean? That
Right.
that could do it for the point guard position. So yeah, I think this is exactly what you was asking for, Sim. You know what I mean? I think when you were saying we gotta get back to that defense, I
Back
think
there.
this is gonna do it.
Yeah. I hope
This is
so.
gonna do it.
I hope so. Yeah, Ron, I do sound like one of them old blues players. Russell McCall said we don't need another trade. I believe OG can develop into an efficient 20-point scorer. Uh, I think
I
he would
agree.
last night if he didn't foul out. Anyway, so yeah, I definitely believe that he can be an efficient 20-point scorer. I guess my question to that is, does it still give you everything that you need? Do you still need um another creator?
A creator or I mean, yeah, a creator who can shoot. You know what I mean? A creator who can shoot. You can never have too much shooting. Um, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, we talked about it a lot already, but I actually do like what Murray can bring. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? I mean because now he's doing defense. You know what I mean? He's shooting the ball well this year. I don't know if that's his mo per se. I don't think he's been considered a great shooter, but he is shooting the ball well this year. But he can create. He could defend. He could take over the point guard duties, and so. But I think it doesn't have to be Murray. I think there's a plethora of things that you know what I mean. A guy who has size that could shoot will be great.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like any combination. But if you get all of the above, that's even better.
yeah. You know, I'd like it to be a guy that can create for himself and others, but also play play off the ball and cut to the basket. You know, do those type of things. You know, yeah. My man JJP was popping with your brother. He said, "I'm all right. I'm good, man. Just lost my voice. Hopefully for just a day." You know what I'm saying? And you know, hopefully it'll be back tomorrow. So my hope, my man Where's BK? LA. Just sent you a cash app. Thank you for the cash app. I saw it. So I could buy some honey and lemon and, got some. But I'll use that to get some more just to make sure that my voice is right. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. No doubt about it. But yeah, I mean, I think the defense can be I think the defense can be, can be really good. You know what I mean? I
I
think the
got
defense
one too. I'm sorry. Mega says sipping smoking Virginia Slims back to back.
that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. And
Oh man.
I think the Knicks defense, he brings a focus, and I think that's gonna help everybody else focus. RJ, the whole blame wasn't RJ, right? But, there's just some little things that RJ he would turn his head, ball watch. His guy cut behind him. You know what I'm saying? He struggled with taller, longer guys. You know what I mean? Um, there's just some things there. And OG just has more length. He's much more aware on the defensive side of the ball, and it's gonna help everyone. You know what I mean? When you bring in a guy like that who's known for that, it makes everybody else say, "I gotta step up too."
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, Randall looked engaged from the jump last night
Right,
defensively.
right. So yeah. No man, I'm excited. I'm excited. Hopefully, I'll be able to do game preview and post game tomorrow, with my voice back being strong, I mean, I can't even yell at my dogs if they start barking. They start going crazy, barking out the window. I can't say nothing. I probably had to bring a broom to just bring the broom over there. They start running because they don't want me to hit them. So
Yeah, I get one of them horns that they use at the
yeah,
games.
yeah, no
That'll
doubt.
scare 'em.
That'll scare 'em. No doubt. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go and rest my voice a little bit. Drink some tea, honey, lemon, you know.
Yeah, man. Get some rest. Get some. We got another. Well, I,
We play
every,
Chicago tomorrow.
yeah, Chicago. I was gonna say a big game, but every game a big game. I
Right.
think you know what I mean. We gotta turn this thing around. Get on a nice winning streak. We had the longest losing streak of the season. Let's follow that up with the longest winning streak.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. The Knicks right now in the 7th spot in the East, half a game behind Indiana. So yeah, see what we can do. Yeah, Tony, I appreciate it, man.
For sure, man. Glad we squeezed it in.
Yeah,
Like I said, man, hope we get better, feel better.
will do. Will do.
I'm off tomorrow, so just hit me up.
Okay.
Let me know, what time we
All
doing,
right.
what.
All right, bet.
All
Everybody
right.
watching, I appreciate you guys. Hopefully you could, even though my voice is scratchy, hopefully you could hear me still. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully. He said, that's it. A team. Do you hear my voice? I can't go for a whole hour. Are you listening? Do you hear my voice? Can't go for a whole hour, man. What am I do? You know what I'm saying? Sheesh. I can't wait to meet Greg in real life.
Yeah, man, you gotta pull up to one of the events.
Word up. We gotta meet in real life. You know what I mean? No doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna be out of here, man.
See ya
I know,
tomorrow.
I know you was joking, Greg. I know you was joking. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're up out of here. We appreciate your time. Be easy, get some rest, stay healthy. I'm gonna try to stay healthy. You know what I mean? Yeah, we out of here. Peace.
Losing is what got us here. None of us feel good about it. This is, where we are. You are what your record is. You are what has happened, recently. But things can change quickly. Once we Losing is what got us here. None of us feel good about it. This is, where we are. You are what your record is. You are what has happened, recently. But things can change quickly.